Hey everybody, welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another entitled Parents Reddit video. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe and click on notifications so you don't miss out on the fun. In our first story, an entitled mother demands her daughter be hired for a job because the other applicant is obviously too fat to work here. Let's jump right in. This happened today, so I thought I'd share. I'm female and home from college. The stay-at-home order in my town is slowly being lifted, so some businesses are finally opening up. My parents require me to have a summer job. I'm blessed enough that I get to keep all the money I earn. My parents just like me to work to gain experience. This will be relevant later, but I'm not a skinny girl. I wouldn't consider myself large either. I'm 5'6" and weigh about 140 to 145 pounds right now, and carry most of it in my hips and thighs. The freshman 15 did hit me hard though, as I used to be 120-ish. So today, after finishing my last online final, my dad called me. He told me that one of his friends who runs a heating air conditioning company texted him that they were looking for girls to work in the office, answering phones and stuff. I got excited because that's exactly what I wanted. So I put on a dress, printed a copy of my resume, and drove down. The ladies inside were super nice and asked me to fill out an application, so I sat down to do so. And this is where the entitled mother enters. Here's everyone involved: entitled mom, entitled girl, a female probably 16-ish, me, desk lady number 1, this woman is relatively thin, which will be relevant later, and desk lady number 2, this woman is plus size, which will also be relevant later, and the boss of the business. We're in the South, which might be relevant because typically for jobs like this, they're looking for a pretty face to sit behind the counter and talk to customers. This is unspoken though. Yes, it's awful, but hey, I needed a job. So, as I'm filling out an application, entitled mom enters with entitled girl. She announces that she's here about the opening and her daughter would like to apply. Desk lady number 1 explains that she'll need to fill out an application and hands her one and a pen. They come sit in the lobby right beside me, which I thought was weird, but I didn't say anything. Are you here for the job as well? Yes, ma'am. You know that little cocky sound people make. I ignored her and went up to ask Desk Lady 1 a question about the application. It was about how professional one of my references for babysitting was. When I returned and sat back down, entitled mom walked up to the desk. Does my daughter even really need to fill this out? It's protocol. The boss will look at all the applications and decide who to call for an interview. Is he here? I'm sure if he could see my daughter, he'd know who he wanted to call. He is, but he isn't seeing visitors right now. How will he know who to hire if he doesn't know what the girls look like? Well, he will need to see their references and will make a few calls before he... No, my daughter is an aspiring model. She won the local pageant in 2019. He needs to see her to know she's the face he wants to see behind the counter interacting with customers. I'm not sure what you mean. This isn't a modeling job. Looks don't really matter. Oh, I know, but they do. And let's face it, the boss isn't going to want... At this point, she leans in closer to Desk Lady 1. A chubby girl up here, is he? This whole time, entitled girl is smirking at me and glances as she fills out her application. This caught the attention of Desk Lady 2 as well as me, and we both looked up at this point. Ma'am, I'm not sure I know what you mean. Oh, no disrespect. I just know the boss personally and know he'd prefer a new pretty face around the office. Maybe I'm a little biased, but I think there's no question between my daughter and, well, this young lady, for example. No offense, honey, just trying to save you some time. At this point, I'm in tears. I don't know if it was rage or the sting of her insult, but either way, I was not going to let her see me cry, so I quickly got up and handed my application to Desk Lady 1 before trying to leave. Desk Lady 2 calls over. Sweetie, wait. You say you know the boss personally, right? Oh yes, we went to high school together. And you know him so well that you know he'd prefer a skinny woman behind this desk. Well, I didn't say that, but I'd assume so. Great. Well, I'm his wife, and I've worked behind this desk for almost 15 years now, and as you can see, I could probably drop a few, and I take personal offense to what you're saying about my husband and this young lady. So I'd like you to wait in the car while your daughter fills out her application. The entitled mother and the entitled girl both stormed out at this point. The entitled girl took her application, so I don't know if she'll apply or not, but both women behind the counter told me that the entitled mother was a witch and they'd vouch for me with the boss, so I'm hopeful that I got the job. Now that's the kind of comeuppance I love to see. And OP, good luck. I hope you get the job too. In story number 2, we have an entitled mother who demands her child be given the last video game console because the other customer is too old to play video games. So I recently went to Walmart. I don't generally go to Walmart because I don't like the atmosphere, but I've been stuck at home for a while and needed some social interaction, and I wanted to grab some stuff to work on the outside area, just some plants and soil and whatnot. While walking through Walmart, I decided I would look at the video game section. I was looking at the Nintendo section when I noticed that they have one new Nintendo 2DS XL left. Not only is it the last one, it's the last Nintendo console they have. I was blown away. Recently, I had been doing some DoorDash to earn some extra cash, so I decided to splurge. I grabbed a person and was asking about honoring the GameStop price. Walmart still offers the price match guarantee, and GameStop had theirs $50 cheaper. The person agrees and says he needs to go find someone with keys to open the case. I stand there waiting and flipping through Reddit for about 10 minutes or so when a woman, entitled parent, her son, brat, and a Walmart associate comes up. I look up, nod my head, and look back at my phone. Out of the blue, I hear the kid shout, "That one, right there!" The shouting had startled me, so I looked up to see the Walmart associate getting ready to unlock the case. I then stop him and say, "Excuse me, I have been here for about 10 minutes waiting for someone to unlock the case to grab that item. Keep in mind that the only item in the case is the Nintendo DS." "Well, sorry, but we beat you to it. Better luck next time. Maybe you should grow up instead of wasting your time on stuff made for kids." I kid you not, these were her words. No exaggeration. I was immediately furious, and it takes a lot to push me over the edge. How could you talk to a stranger like that? I wasn't rude in the slightest. Just mentioned I'd been waiting for someone already. Now I understand. Am I really such a jerk that I am going to deprive a kid, maybe 10 years old, of the only DS they have? Well, yes, merely because I had been waiting and she was rude about it. Ma'am, that was uncalled for. There is no need to be rude. I've been waiting for a Walmart associate for almost 15 minutes to get this item, and unless you have been waiting longer, I'm going to stand firm that I have the right to it. That's total stuff. I have been waiting here for almost an hour and been waiting for a Walmart associate for almost that whole time to unlock the case. Wait, you just came up to me a few minutes ago. If this guy has been waiting longer, it's his discretion on what he wants to do. I had asked someone before you, duh. Not a joke, she said duh. Where is the manager? This is ridiculous. I'm not going to tell my son, who has wanted this for over a year, he can't get one because some pervert wants to play with kids' toys. I would like to reiterate that few will believe this, but this story is true, and there is very little to no exaggeration at all. This woman really was this crazy. "Mom, tell him to get it. Tell him to get it." At this point, the kid keeps chanting this because the Walmart associate has stopped until the manager arrives. Wow, you are really going to make a child cry over your selfishness? You really are a piece of work, you know that? Do you know how sad it is to let a child cry because you literally are taking the toy right out of his hand? Ma'am, please calm down. There is no need to be nasty. The manager will come and we will see who inquired first. This whole time, I kept completely quiet. Walmart associate, the first one I had asked to open the case, comes up. We will call him Walmart associate 2. "Sorry that took so long. I couldn't find a key. Is there a problem?" At this point, the two Walmart associates are discussing the situation. I am texting the insanity of this to my wife, and the kid is crying really loudly. Finally, the manager arrives. The manager goes and talks to the Walmart associates for a few minutes, and the entitled parent answers her phone. I know I'm taking too long. Some pervert is trying to take the last toy, and the moron at Walmart is actually trying to let a grown man take a toy away from a kid. I know, what a joke. It's okay, the manager is here. The Walmart manager then signals to me to walk over away from the kid and the mother. So based on what I know of the situation, you were here first. Now that means it's up to you what you want to do. I understand this lady has been very rude, but I just wanted to talk with you for a second. I am keen to keep things calm over here, so what I can do for you is give you the original discount plus $20 additional off when the next round comes in, if you are okay with waiting. I'll admit I'm not stoked about it, but I appreciate your help. Thank you. This entire time, the entitled parent went off at the Walmart associate claiming that this was by far the most insane thing she had ever seen. Walmart supports perverts like me, and then calling the news and informing them that they let a pervert buy all the toys right in front of the kids' eyes. Okay, this gentleman has decided to wait for them to come back in stock if you want to take this one. Are you kidding me? This butthole kept me here for over 20 minutes. It was more like 10 tops. Just to finally agree to let my son have it? Flip him! I spoke with him and we came to an agreement on terms that worked best for everyone involved. Wait! He was the person who caused all this bull stuff and you offered him free stuff? That's bull stuff. I was the one that was subject to sitting here while he played this stupid game. What are you going to do for me? For my time and letting this make my son so upset? Ma'am, you are getting the item. I'm sorry that this took a second, but I had to get all the information. That doesn't answer my question. You're letting this loser get all kinds of discounts for literally being a creep and a butthole and making my son cry, but I get nothing. But what I deserve in the first place? God, this is insane, and Walmart Corporation will be hearing about this. At this point, I walked away and chuckled to myself. A week later, I got the call that they had another one in and went to pick it up. Wow, just wow. Just to clarify, I changed my mind as a favor to the manager. He was trying to work with me and I didn't want to disrespect him. That lady, I didn't care about much at all. I've been to Walmart a bunch of times and I've never seen such a classy lady. This has been John from Slash Bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more of them, then please hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.